Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. How's everybody doing? I am finally having like a hair day that I like. It's been a minute. It's a little bit crazy today, like my bangs, but I'm kind of here for it. I'm letting her do her thing. Hair is happy today, I think, because I used the K18 treatment that I talked about in my latest Sephora Spring Savings event haul. Go check that video out. I will link it down below for you. But my hair is real happy and she is so thrilled to be using that product again, clearly, because look at her. Isn't she stunning? She's like just so happy. It makes me happy. When my hair is happy, I'm happy. So thrilled about this. I wish my hair was like 8 inches longer again where it used to be, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It's going to be a journey. Today, I am going to be filming my oldest products in my makeup collection video. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and this is just going to be like a real refresher of how long it takes me to get through makeup items, specifically powders. There's a lot of powders here. I started tracking my makeup inventories. I think I'm gonna, if I can link that playlist for you below, I will. The oldest makeup inventory that I have is from 2022. So everything that was in that video that I currently still have, you're gonna see today. There's quite a bit, mostly powders, like I said. Quite a few of these makeup items I know I got like 2017, 2016. So some of them are approaching the 10-year mark and they really need to be used up. So we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna go over all the things. I probably will do this video every like 5+ years on my channel, just as like a refresher for myself that like, girl, you don't need any more makeup, which I have been really good about that, I feel. Makeup habits are different now. I'm in like a makeup low of my life, which is totally fine. I just wear less typically unless I'm filming or like doing something fun. And I don't do that many fun things, clearly. My average makeup wearing days are just like less. So, and when you have a lot of like a particular product, it takes you a really long time to get through them, at least for me. So I'm just gonna go through these. I think I'm gonna go in order of how I would apply them to my face, if that makes sense-ish. So let's just get right into it. I have no primers. I have no foundations, so that's good. That's a good thing for me. I have no setting powders either, which is really great. I do have a lot of highlighters, a whole whack of highlighters. If you watch my makeup inventories, that is a problem category. It has been a problem category for several years, ever since I started doing this inventory. Most of my highlighters that you see here are most of my collection, ironically. It takes me like a really long time to pan a full-size highlighter, and like full-size highlighters can be totally different sizes considered full size. I think I've only ever panned a few single or full-size highlighters in my life. There are quite a few here that have pan on them, but like there's a lot, and I'm not actively panning specifically one highlighter this year, and I don't foresee me, spoiler, doing that next year, but let's just get into them. I have 3 Jeffree Star highlighters here to talk about. This is probably the newest one, I think, but again, it's been in my collection since before 2022. This is the Supreme Frost in Citrus Bling. There it is. I haven't used this very much. The embossing is kind of getting worn away, but like I haven't used it all that much. One that has even less is the Extreme Frost She Shiny. This is like the super glittery pink. I'm not gonna swatch everything. There's too much here to swatch, but she pretty, but like she's pretty intense as well. So I haven't used this one this year. Haven't used that orange one either this year. I am doing a rolling 10 use highlighter project. I think I'll link the intro to that if you guys want to see that, so you could check that out. This one by Jeffree Star, which is a huge one, is the Skin Frost in Princess Cut. There is pan on it, but I like have not used this in a really long time. But there is a big pan on it, but it's a huge highlighter. So this is a Ciate London. It was a Jessica Rabbit collab or collection. I bought this for the packaging. I have never used it, which is shameful. It's really cute. I love the packaging. I think I've swatched it. You can see the embossing on the inside. I really should use it, but like, she pretty and I'm not sure if I want to. So, but that's silly. I really should use it. I probably will keep it if I ever do end up using it up. I have a Metal Crush by KVD when it was still KVD, so you know it's old. There is no pan on it. Very sparkly, very pink, very purpley on the skin. I have used that though 10 uses this year, so that's great. I have a Benefit Tickle. This is super cute. It's in my sights to throw into a project, but I haven't done that yet. Super cute. It's like a gold pink. This is currently in my Rolling 10 Uses Project Pan project. This is a two-faced highlighter, super cute packaging. It's a baked formula. There is a lot of use, but like there's still so much product left in this. Makeup by Mario, and it is a soft glow highlighter in Opal. I really like this. This is one of my favorite highlighters. I have used this a few times this year. There is pan in this. I think if I really committed to it, I could use it up in a year because it's not that much highlighter in there and it's really soft and powdery, but won't be this year. I have two Fenty Diamond Bombs. I have one in the original How Many Carats, super cute packaging, shiny. 10 uses also in that project. Really weird, unique formula. You have to, like, for me, at least use your finger. And then I have it in the Rosé. I have never used this. I think I've only swatched it, so that is a shame. It's beautiful, but again, when you have so many highlighters, it's difficult. I have three Kaleidos highlighters here. They all have pan, which I am proud to say, but it's a super small, shallow pan. So there's pan on that one. That is in Star Surfer. This is in Solar Sailor. Tiny pan on this guy, if you can see it. And then Ray Rider, which is like an orange one. Again, this one's broken, so I really should get it used up. Broken packaging is annoying. Yep. So there's that. So yes, in short, all my highlighters are super old-ish. There's a lot of pans on them, on quite a few of them. So that's encouraging. If I had to guess, I really think that this Jeffree Star is probably my oldest highlighter currently. Yeah. I really think it's her. I think she's the oldest. So, and she's the biggest, ironically. So that's it for highlighters. The next thing that's really old is this 3-second brow product. It was like a stamper thing. There was stamps in here at one point. This is like from an ad seen on TV thing. I don't know. I bought it at I think Bed Bath & Beyond like years ago. And then Bed Bath & Beyond like left Canada. And now I think they're back again, but only online. I don't know. So she old. I want to say I bought this when I was married the first time around. So it's at least 2016, or at least when I was with my ex, maybe even 2015. It's old. There is nothing in it, but that's because I have depotted it because it did have pan on it and then it shattered on vacation several years ago. And I have put it in this little elf guy. And this is in my Ipsy Rolling Project Pan. So if you want to go see that, I'll link my last video for that. So I've been panning this for a long time. I did get away from brow powders for a while because I was panning other things, but I've come back to this guy to finish up because it's really old. When I did transfer it into this, it was like flush, and now it's not. But this is still gonna take me years, I'm sure, to use up. So that's my only brow product that I have, so that's good. And like, I don't need a brow powder going forward. I just wanna use like brown eyeshadows because they do the same thing, and I have loads of brown eyeshadows in my palettes. Oldest eyeliner is an OG. It is a repurchase. I've never finished one up. They just get dry and like old, and like I declutter them eventually. But this is really old. I don't know how long I've had this. I've probably had it since 2016-ish, 2017. I have no idea. This is the Mary Kay gel eyeliner in jet black. It has like, and there's an expiration date on this. So the expiration date says 12/21. So it's really old, but it still performs beautifully. I have used a ton of it, as you can see. Like, I've used at least half, possibly more than half at this point. It is separated from the packaging. I don't know if you can see that pretty well all the way around except for there. It's been separated for a really long time. I don't think it's separated anymore in recent years, and still performs well. So I'm still gonna use it because it's my favorite eyeliner. Again, if I ever use that up, or if I have to like retire it, I'm not going to be repurchasing it because I'm just going to use black eyeshadow and like swoop, do a little swoopy swoop. I don't wear black eyeliner, like this type of style of eyeliner, winged eyeliner every day anymore. I love it, but I don't do it anymore on the regular. I only do it for like, again, fun makeup wearing days. So it's old. I use it on my eyes, but we're just gonna see how long that one lasts. I'm gonna get into eyeshadows, eyeshadow palettes specifically. Let's just talk about singles first. I have this one, Naked Cosmetics, in like a gold shade. It's a big eyeshadow. It's gonna take me forever. There is pan on it, but like I haven't touched this since I hit pan on it a couple years ago. I think I got this in like an Ipsy glam bag, circa 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. I have a few singles here, 3 singles. I'm just gonna go like this. I got them off Etsy quite a few years ago. One of them has pan and then the other 2 don't. This one shattered and I just like pressed it back in, and this one's been puffed up. I've never used this one. I don't know why I keep it in my collection, but it's probably expired. But those are my 3 singles that are in a Z palette. Didn't think that this was this old, but it clearly is. This is a Revlon quad fully loaded. I guess it's, I don't know if that's the line or if that's the, because then it says So Fierce. I had a catastrophe with this. One of them is like popped out, so I'm just gonna show you like this. So this quad, I do have a lot of use on those 2 shades. Let me see if I can do this for you guys. But there is no pan, and there's a lot of use on that green one too. I just have no pans on this one, so that's a shame. Eventually I would like to pan it because it's a quad, so in my mind I'm like, I could probably get through it quick. Who am I kidding? There's not even any pans on it. But you know, I have a ColourPop palette here, Ooh La La. I have quite a few pans on this one, so I'm like kind of proud about that. I have a pan on like a glitter thing, a matte, and a shimmer, so that's kind of fun. So there are 3 pans on it. 2 Naked palettes. These are probably 2016, 2017, 2015. I don't remember how old these Naked palettes are. I didn't purchase them. My friend gave them to me, but they were essentially brand new. She never used them. This one was a soft touch packaging. I did have another one of these, actually, another mini. I panned it last year, so pat on the back for me for that, because that was my first eyeshadow palette I'd ever panned in my life. So this was a soft touch packaging. It's really grubby because it kind of went through that sticky breaking down phase, and now here we are, but it's so disgusting. I'm trying to pan these unofficially. I do try to dip into them as often as I can. I am making the conscious effort. This one has 2 shades still in the packaging. There is another 2 shades. I can't remember which ones that I used to contour with. They're broken up and they're in one of those little e.l.f. mini putty primer containers over there. I'm not getting up to get it, but they are there. This one basically has pan because I used it as an eyeliner for a long time, but then I probably lost some of it, but that doesn't matter. There's definitely pan on it. And then this guy I need to finish up this year because it's just a small amount left of product. I will probably throw this into a project at some point. Not anytime soon. I'm kind of waiting until that like contour shade is done and this white shimmer shade. I think I will throw it in once I have only the black left. So you might see that in the next year or 2 in a project. This was in a project a few years ago. This is my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. This is like the bigger one. Quite a bit of progress on this as well. There was a catastrophe with this one where it fell on the floor. Nothing really broke, but some of the pans did fall out. So I'm just gonna show you like this. So you can see these 3 are all used up, and then these 2 have pan, this one has pan, this is almost at pan. There's a lot of use on this one. So again, I'm just trying to dip into this one in my mind a couple of times a month just to get some use on it. The mattes with the Urban Decay formula are really, really dense and hard packed pressed. They're super hard to use. I don't know if that's like the formula is changing, but I always remember them being like that. However, I will note that this orangey shade, which is like brown on me, I thought it would pull more orange because it looks more orange in the pan, but I used it for the first time ever this month, and it's super soft compared to all the other ones. So I don't know what's going on with the formula on that one. It was always super soft. I was shocked, and very, very pigmented compared to the rest. I have a couple more shadow palettes here to talk about. Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty, stunning, she beautiful. I only have one official pan on this palette. Not shocking, it's a peachy nude. It's really nice. One of my favorite palettes for sure. This is a really surprising palette. This is also Huda Beauty, the Rose Quartz palette, beautiful, stunning. I think I got this in 2021 or 2020. I can't remember. And these are expensive palettes. So it's like, I need to just use my expensive palettes because I've been saving this and saving it and saving it. I think I've only ever used this on my eyes like one time. So when I re-looked at that inventory a few weeks ago, when I knew I was going to do this video, I was like, oh my God, I knew that I had this for a while, and I keep it in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm going to pan it. I'm going to do pan that palette, or I'm going to incorporate it somehow into a project, and I never do. And I felt like, ugh, why haven't I been doing that? So maybe next year, I know it's only April still, the end of April. I think I might do a pan that palette with eyeshadows next year, and I think it might be this one. But in the meantime, there is a weird shade here. It's this one right here, Love Stone. It's a weird, really weird formula. I guess you could use it as like a base. It's sort of like Vaseline-y, I don't know, kind of weird formula. A gel, whatever, jelly. And because this is so old, I'm not using this as an eye base. I don't think I should. I could use it as a highlighter base, I suppose, but I don't really want to. So, you know how I've been using this? I didn't use it today, but I've used this like 5 times in the last week. I've used it as a brow gel situation. Very glittery, very glittery. So when I have to top it with my brow powder, of course, but I think that's how I'm gonna get that shade used up. And I'm like, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I have this giant Morphe palette. This is my 30L Hit the Lights. She pretty, and she's also awkward. It's really big, and I hate this palette because look, hi. It's cheap material, cheap shadows, cheap price point, or it was. It's huge. I think gone are the days of big palettes. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but this is pretty much all my palettes. Not really a big eyeshadow girly, so you know. I do have like 4 pans in this palette, which is great. Down there, that pressed glitter, yellow, and this disgusting looking highlighter shade. This is primarily a play palette for me. I don't think it's like great everyday quality, but I'm like, I don't play with makeup that much. Do I really need this? No, but I'm keeping it around because there's a lot of shades in here, and you never know when you need some colorful shades. I don't use them very often. That's it for the eyeshadow palettes. And now I have 2 other palettes to talk about, face palette. This is my Cover FX face palette. This was my Pan That palette last year, so there's a lot of use on this, which I'm so happy with. I will link the intro for that below as well. There's gonna be a lot of links here, guys. It's a little bit crumbly because I recently used up the setting powder or finishing powder and it kind of went everywhere, but it's fine. So yeah, that is her. I have pan in those 3. The blush and the bronzer, I'm close-ish, but I didn't achieve that goal last year, but that's fine. There's a lot of use on this. I do sometimes pull for this blush and rosy highlighter still, so that's kind of fun. I'm getting use on the Cover FX one, which I love, that for me. And then I have this Jeffree Star Platinumized Skin Frost Pro palette. And I originally purchased this one because I really wanted the Lavender Snow shade in like the big highlighter. I'm so glad I never bought that. And it was in here, and I don't think that the Lavender Snow was available or something, or I don't remember why, but maybe I purchased this because there was a variety of shades. I have not used this palette like hardly at all. Shades I've never even ever used, but anyways. So this is Lavender Snow here on the side. It is in my current highlighter rolling usage project pan or whatever. So yeah, there's not much use on it. I would love to put this in a project as well, but it's hard when you have a highlighter problem and so many highlighters. So that's it for the powder products. I'm gonna talk about, well, I guess technically that gel eyeliner wasn't a powder product, but there's a few products here that are not powder products, and we're gonna talk about those, and they're real old, embarrassingly old. Okay, lipsticks. I have 4 lipsticks, liquid lipstick type products. These are all Lip Sense products. And I think I was like looking at them, and I think the oldest one is from 2017-ish, 2016-ish. So that's almost 10 years, which is really old for a lipstick. I know. And I am actively trying to pan it this year. It's in my Ipsy Rolling Project Pan. And I was looking at it the other day, and I think that like the packaging is starting to break down. It's the shade Goddess. I haven't used it at all since putting it in the project. So spoiler, and like it's almost halfway used up or a third of the way used up already. But yeah, there's like some cracks happening. I don't know if you guys can see it in the packaging. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know if the cracks go all the way through. I don't think they do because there's no product leaking out, but like this needs to be used up this year. It's old and that's why it's in the project, but like I'm getting at the point where I'm like, I need to use it up. A few other shades here. This one's also in the project. I want to get used up this year. And then there are 2 more. So these are all in my sights. I'd like to use up in the next year or 2 or 3. Sooner than later would be great, but like, we'll get there. Hey, this is a super long video. You guys are still watching. Thank you so much. The last category is perfumes. I've done really well with my perfumes overall. I don't have that many old ones. And the 2 oldest are from Lush. And they're big. They're 100 milliliters. So let's talk about Lord of Misrule. It is in a project. It was in a project a few years ago. It's in a project again, the same Ipsy Rolling Project Pan. You can see my lines. The big line is from where I re-put it in a project. It's gonna take some time to get through this one. It's big and it's strong. So I don't use it every day. And then the other one that I bought at the same time, which I've probably used a handful of times, if not less, is Rose Jam. There is expiration dates on both of these, so let's go over the expiration dates for fun. The Lord of Misrule expired on November 10th, 2004. Okay. And then the Rose Jam, which has absolutely no use on it, hardly. It expired July 1st, 2005. So both in my sights, but I think that the Lord of Misrule, if I'm being 100 with you, is going to take me another year or 2 to use up. And I don't know when I'm going to get to the Rose Jam. So that's it. That is all my oldest makeup products in my collection. I know I need to like get a move on it. There is some pans on things, which I'm glad to be seeing some pans and things and usage on products because it shows to me that I'm actually getting to them and using them. But like this, all this makeup is probably expired. No doubt in my mind. So we're just gonna see how much I get used up. I'm gonna do this video again, probably in another 5 years. And if I still have any of the same stuff in 5 more years, I think I'm gonna just have to throw it all out, all this original stuff. At that point, some of these products will be over 10 years old. So see you in 5 more years. Thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know if you guys have some like shameful old products in your collection that you still use. And if you're using any of the same products, let me know, especially those naked palettes. I feel like everybody had those naked palettes, or at least a naked palette. Everybody had them. We got some OGs here. So I'd be super interested to know what you've been panning and what you've been enjoying, and tell me all the old products in your collection so we can all feel shame together. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.